Good, happy Monday afternoon. Is Monday, October 11, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's get started right now. First up, runners gear up for the Boston Marathon. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
There are 18,000 runners from around the world in Boston take part in the race. Now, it gets underway with the men's wheelchair at 8:02 this morning. That's followed by the women's wheelchair racers at 8:05. Now, hand, cycle, and duo participants go at 8:30. The professional men get their start at 8:37. Professional women begin running at 8:45. As for the rolling start, well, that begins at 9 this morning and is set to end at 11:30. Before the runners hit the course, though, they're going to have to show proof of either vaccination or test negative for COVID-19. Now, one tradition that has changed for the runners this year, there was no pasta dinner on Marathon Eve. Boston is hosting a restaurant week instead, which gave the runners plenty of options to carbo load before this morning's race.
And Ray, this year, the Boston duck boats, I understand, are going to be involved in the marathon. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. This is a first, Aaron. The Grand Marshals are going to be driven on the route by the duck boats. Now, normally they are driven on that route, but never before have they done it in a duck boat. The boats the Grand Marshals will be riding on are called Back Bay Bertha and Katie Copley.
It's nice to get them involved in the marathon. It should be fun. Ray Brewer reporting live for us in Manchester this morning. Thank you, Ray.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Rochester police search for driver in hit and run that happened shortly before 6 a.m. today. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
We're following breaking news at this hour. Right now, Rochester police are searching for a driver in a hit and run that left a pedestrian with potentially life-threatening injuries. It happened just before 6 this morning on North Main Street in the area of the Burger King. Police say a blue SUV may have been seen in the area around the time of the crash. The victim's name hasn't been released. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Rochester Police Department.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man burned at Manchester homeless encampment. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Breaking news in Manchester. The fire department says that a 38-year-old man was rushed to the hospital this morning after suffering critical burns to about 50% of his body. Officials say it happened at a homeless encampment. At this time, it's not clear how that man was burned.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Southwest Airlines cancellations leave hundreds of travelers stranded. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
An absolute travel mess. Southwest Airlines canceling thousands of flights over the weekend, added up to a frustrating weekend of lines, delays, mass confusion for travelers. Our Trevor Holt is at Newark Airport with the very latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
Good morning, TJ. Yeah, this was a disastrous weekend for Southwest, and the issues are not yet solved. You mentioned they've already canceled more than 300 flights this morning. That's about 10 times as many as the next major American airline, and even that is a stark improvement from the operational meltdown that stranded thousands of passengers on Saturday and Sunday.
This morning, confusion and disorder at airports across America in the wake of Southwest Airlines canceling more than 1,800 flights over the weekend.
When you're at the gauges being dropped completely and left to fend for yourself, definitely not a good feeling.
From New York to Denver to Phoenix, lengthy lines of passengers waiting to rebook flights.
We were originally going from Denver to Orlando, and now we are going Denver to Tampa. We're not quite sure how we're going to get to Orlando yet.
Southwest blames the chaos on bad weather in Florida, compounded by air traffic control issues, though the FAA tells ABC no FAA air traffic shortages have been reported since Friday, adding some airlines continue to experience scheduling challenges due to aircraft and crews being out of place. Southwest canceled about 900 more flights Sunday than the closest competitor.
We stood in line for about 2 hours before we realized where we were going to go. And then it took us another hour just to find a hotel just because they were all booked.
Overnight, airline leadership apologizing to both passengers and their employees, some of whom have been stranded on the road without a hotel. Writing in an internal memo in part, "I know this is incredibly difficult for all of you, and our customers are not happy." Earlier this year, summer staffing shortages led to thousands of cancellations at Southwest, and the airline then scaled back their schedule. But now, Southwest says because of that decrease in flight frequency, recovering during operational challenges is more difficult and prolonged, and that we're working diligently to accommodate our customers as quickly as possible.
And all of this chaos comes just days after the Southwest Pilots Union sued the airline for its COVID-19 vaccine mandate, though the union stresses these cancellations are not the result of any pilot action, and they tell us in a statement they will continue to overcome the poor planning of Southwest management. George?
Okay, Trevor, thanks. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And let's go into Cook's Corner now, and let's take a look at this. Cook's Corner Limoncello lemon loaf. Let's take a look and see how to make that.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn up to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's distribution center. Get a $5,000 sign-on bonus, but hurry, you must be hired before October 24th. Apply online today or text DC to 240240. Walk-ins welcome.
Hey everyone, it's Phil at Fabrizio Spirits in Salem, where we make our all-natural Fabrizio Limoncello and canned cocktails. We recently started the Fabrizio Lemon Bacon Company, where we're going to head over to now. I'm going to show you a brand new item that we're debuting today. Okay, we're here at the other end of the facility at the Fabrizio Lemon Bacon Company, where we bake our delicious limoncello cookies, decadent limoncello blondies, limoncello cake jars, which are very fun, and our traditional biscotti with a twist of limoncello. Today, we're going to be debuting the first ever Fabrizio Limoncello Lemon Loaf, and we're going to show you how we make it from scratch. Here it is, the Fabrizio Limoncello Lemon Loaf. We could not be prouder of this item, everything from the scratch batter to the limoncello glaze, and we're going to show you exactly how we do it right now. To start off, we're going to mix together our dry ingredients, which are about the only normal thing in this limoncello loaf. You have flour, sugar, baking powder, a pinch of salt, vegetable shortening, all pretty standard for any cake. Then we start having fun by taking egg yolks and mixing them with our very own Fabrizio Limoncello. Now that part got a little messy, but just like my Uncle Dominic says we're making sausages, it isn't pretty, but it's well worth it in the end. Now we're going to add the other most important ingredient besides Fabrizio Limoncello to make this limoncello loaf a lemon loaf, and that is freshly grated lemon zest that we pulled from the same lemons we use to make Fabrizio Limoncello. It gives a beautiful, intense lemon flavor. We're going to head in. We have a batch television ready to come out. Okay. Maria now takes the just baked limoncello loaves and fills them with a house-made white chocolate ganache. This ganache is infused into the inside of the cake and makes it a very decadent limoncello lemon loaf like nothing you've ever tried. Now, if this limoncello lemon loaf wasn't lemony enough, we top it off with a limoncello glaze made with Fabrizio limoncello, powdered sugar, and Sicilian lemon juice from all the lemons we bring in during the winter. And here you have it, the Fabrizio limoncello lemon loaf. It's a decadent, very enjoyable cake, great to share with friends and family. We also at the bakery, of course, have the cookies, the biscotti, the blondies, the cake jars. They come in a variety of different gift boxes, from cheer boxes to birthday boxes. Got something for everything. Or how about just to enjoy with friends and family? We're an online bakery only, so you got to go online. Maria, Sierra, and I are going to slice this up and step outside the bakery to enjoy the limoncello lemon loaf. So from all of us at Fabrizio, cheers. And thanks for your time.
Okay, there you go. Looks yummy. And if you want to see this recipe again, we will share it with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page right after this broadcast. And thank you for joining us for this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast as well. Thank you for watching and tuning in this afternoon.